We felt that green buildings would be the niche buildings, that top 5-10% of buildings. But what we've realized over time is that green has to be for everyone. Because if we're going to make a difference to climate change, everybody has to embrace the concept of going green. And that's the step change. It's not an exclusive club, it's for everyone.
There are many challenges that cities are facing today. One is social inequality. And so to find solutions that can address these challenges is very important to be mindful of and how we can actually help them. And also that's why it's important to find solutions that look at different age groups, at different socioeconomic conditions and a different gender, so that we can create spaces that address specific needs, but at the same time that can benefit everyone.
Anybody who lives in a building, anybody who lives in a built environment is now part of this movement. And I see it in our delegates, I see it in our sponsors, and I see it in the people around us. Because we always have this thing that, are we not speaking to the converted? And no, we're not. And we're broadening that spectrum. And I think that's what's exciting.
It's been extremely progressive. The quality of the speakers, the content that gets presented, the length and breadth of what gets discussed over this convention period is phenomenal. The meeting of minds, the various stakeholders and players in the industry. I think this is a one-of-its-kind convention that South Africa actually has, and it's great, especially in the sustainability journeys that we're now on.
We cannot give humanity clean, limitless energy. That will kill the planet, because we will consume more, we will develop more, we will accelerate what's called planetary pressure. Essentially, marketing wants us to be a hungry ghost, someone who eats and eats and eats and is never full, because that's great for shareholder value. So it's really the economics of global warming. It's the carbon economy. It's not just about, can we use less plastic? I mean, yes, that's important, but you're not treating the problem. If an architect can design a building or a public space to lessen anxiety, in the long run, we are helping. If we can educate children at a younger age, if we can incorporate sustainability into the different professions, because it doesn't matter how clever you are, if we don't have an atmosphere, it's really not going to matter.
For the first time in the 3 years that we've been here, water has taken a center stage. And I believe that going forward, water will now be seen like energy, because I've always said that I think as a country, we put much more focus on energy, but we can live without lights. However, we can't live without water. And now that water has taken a center stage, I would like to see us becoming partners and going forward and influencing the discussions around Green Building Convention.
Part of creating an event is the experience. And in line with this year's theme, Spaces, we tried to create a space that inspires, a space that breaks down barriers, a space that forces people to collaborate, breaks them out of their comfort zone. So part of that is the seating. We don't believe in sitting people like sardines in little rows, because what you're doing is you're saying to someone, that's your space, that's my space. And with Green Building Convention, it isn't about that. The Green Building Council is about collaboration. It's about how do we work together.
Where the convention is so important is because it tells the story of everybody. It tells stories of what's possible, but it tells the story of where people have come from. And I think if we can learn lessons from other people, to have this exchange of ideas, to see what other people are doing, to see even the mistakes they've made, but most importantly, networking on steroids.